Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a guide to how to deal with weeds in precision farming, and we're also going to talk about spot spraying, of course, which goes along with that. So, as you can see here, we have a field that's in the first stages of growth, and it has weeds that need to be taken care of. Now, as you can see, compared to the base game, the weeds are not completely across the entire field. They are pretty sporadic and spread out, which is more realistic, honestly, as well, to real life, so it's nice to be able to see that, and that's just kind of how the weeds are going to be here. Now, when it comes to precision farming, you get what's called an environmental score. So you want to get this as high as possible. I'm going to cover each specific category as I go through the videos that I do, and then I'll do a video that kind of breaks down how to get the best possible environmental score in the game as well. But anyhow, we're going to talk about weed control. The total score you can get for weed control is 30 points. Overall, you're trying to get 100 points. So weed control being 30 points is as important as nitrogen is. So it's one of the most important categories to worry about. Now, there are different levels you get for this, and this is all explained if you wanted this information. Some of this is written down if you go into the help menu and then go to precision farming. You have weed control via spot spraying, and then down here under the environmental score, it kind of walks you through how to get the best score. But again, I'll do videos to explain kind of all that as well. But if we go down here and we think about our weed control score right here, and if you turn weeds off, you will get the lowest score, which is 10 points. So if you turn weeds off, that's just unfortunate because you're going to get the lowest score. You want weeds on during precision farming, but honestly, weeds are not that bad to deal with for the most part when it comes to precision farming, especially if you use spot spray. So yeah. Anyhow, 10 points is the lowest you can get. If you do nothing to the weeds or you turn them off, you will get 10 points. So yeah, I know, strange system. It's not a 0 to 30, it's a 10 to 30 system. So you get 10 points for leaving the weeds in the field. It just is what it is. Now, if you spray the entire field with herbicide like you're used to before, where there's no spot spraying technology, and you just spray the entire field, well, you are going to get 15 points. If you use a mechanical weeder, you're going to get 20 points. And if you use spot spray technology, you get the full 30 points. That's why it's so important to use spot spray. Now, if we take a look at different sprayers in the store here, in the past with precision farming, you had to use one of the John Deere sprayers. Well, there was only one before, but you had to use the John Deere sprayer that came with the precision farming mod to use the See and Spray technology right here, which you have to pay for as extra. It's a little bit more expensive, but now all of the sprayers are equipped with spot spray technology. See and Spray is what it's called for the John Deeres. Everything else has a different name for it because See and Spray is trademarked by John Deere. So for everyone else, it's called the weed spot spraying, and it is quite expensive. So just be aware of that. Let me take a look at this guy right here. If we bump that up, actually, let's test that. Weed spot spraying, $102,000 for this at the full width. It's only 68 at the minor width there, but just be aware of that. And obviously, there's pulse width modulation, which is a completely different thing. I did a video talking about pulse width modulation as well. That's separate because I talked about that in the automatic section control. And what we are going to do actually here is run a little test. It should work exactly as I anticipate. And I did a little testing off camera, so I'm pretty sure how it's going to work. There's just one new thing I haven't tested yet. I have bought 3 of these sprayers, one with just pulse width modulation, one with just weed spot spraying, and then another one with both. I'm going to see if the weed spot spraying actually works if he also has pulse width modulation installed. I can't imagine why it wouldn't, but we'll test that. So this one right here has just the pulse width modulation on it, so if I turn that on, as I go across the field, it is going to deal with the weeds, but you can see it's spraying everywhere, which is what I anticipate. So this, using the pulse width modulation might save you a little bit of herbicide, but at the end of the day, it's not going to do much for you compared to spot spraying, and this doesn't count as spot spraying. The technology, this is not the technology for that. Let's get this guy out of the way and move over to my next setup over here. So this one has just the spot spray technology on it. You can see it even looks a little bit different. So if I turn this scope, I don't need to lower it. Turn this guy on, it's not spraying anything right now. And you can see it's only spraying the weeds that need it as they go across. No other sections are spraying, just where there's weeds, and it's dealing with the weeds appropriately. So that's how the spot spray technology works, or the See and Spray if you have a John Deere sprayer. Now, if I go to my last tractor over here, this has pulse width modulation and spot spray technology installed. So we're going to go down to the bottom of the field here where we haven't really sprayed yet. And I'm going to see how this kind of works out. And it should work just like the See and Spray or spot spray. Yeah, it's doing it just fine. And actually, I think looks like it's probably doing it more efficiently. So this might be the best possible setup. But I was kind of curious to see if it would work. It looks like it's working just fine. So there you go. But yeah, weeds it's the same way to take care of weeds as base game. Nothing's really changed. You can still use mechanical weeders. You can still just spray the entire field down with herbicide, but it adds a new kind of caveat. is you want to probably use the spot spray or see and spray technology. That way you get the highest environmental score. But other than that, that's everything you need to know about weeds. So there you go. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.